Chapter 6. Faster! Chase's heart begins to pound. What should they do? He scans the flea market until he spots the tall man again. Oh no! The man is walking back toward the booth. Ava's already on her bike. Come on, she said. Let's go! Chase springs into action. He grabs the suitcase and hops on his bike. He doesn't want to risk the man seeing them or the suitcase. They pedal at top speed toward the bike path. Ava cranes her neck around to see if the man has spotted them, and she almost crashes into Chase. Steering with one hand while holding the suitcase with the other is not easy. Chase's bike wobbles as they weave their way through the trees and down toward the playground. After a close call with an evergreen tree, Chase parks his bike next to Ava's. Usually the playground is packed, but he's glad to see it's empty now. He lays the suitcase down. They both reach for the lock. But before either of them can touch it, the suitcase springs open on its own. Whoa, Ava says, wide-eyed. I know this sounds crazy, Chase said, but I think the suitcase is telling us it's ours. I think so too, Ava says. They stare down at the strange objects. Ava reaches for the beetle again. When Chase tries to stop her, his arm hits the side of the suitcase. The dragon doorknob pops out of his slot, and Chase reaches to catch it. As soon as he wraps his finger around it, the ground begins to rumble and shake. Is this an earthquake? Ava calls out, her eyes wild. She quickly shuts the suitcase and grabs the handle. Ava clings to her brother as the ground begins to spin. Or maybe they're the ones spinning. It's too hard to tell. Faster and faster they spin. Images blur in front of their eyes. Mountains, oceans, cities, and faces. This is no earthquake. Chapter 7. 2 Bad Nights. When the spinning finally stops, Chase is surprised to see he and Ava are lying on the ground and the suitcase beside them. But instead of the soft green grass of the playground, they are sprawled on a cold, hard floor. Wooden boxes line one wall. Mops and brooms lean against another wall. They are in a closet. The only light comes from a gap beneath the door. What just happened, Ava? Chase asks. Where are we? I have no idea, Ava says, clutching her belly. But I really wish I hadn't eaten that funnel cake. Chase holds up the dragon doorknob. Things start getting all weird and twisty when I touch this. With shaking hands, he opens the suitcase and shoves the doorknob back into its slot. Maybe this is a dream, Ava suggests. She sticks out her arm. Pinch me. Chase squeezes above her elbow. Ow! She rubs her arm. Okay, we're not dreaming. We have to get home, Chase says. They move toward the door, then freeze when they hear the clomp, clomp, clomp of boots. Ava reaches out to open the door. Stop! Chase hisses. Why? Ava replies. Maybe whoever is out there can tell us where we are. Chase points at the large keyhole. They push their heads together and peer through it. They can clearly see 2 men. The men are dressed in armor and carrying swords on their belts. One has a beard, the other is much younger. It is a little early for Halloween, Ava whispers. Chase shushes her. Everything is ready for the tournament today, right? The younger man asks. This is one sporting event no one will ever forget. Indeed, the older man tells the other. Trust me, no one will ever know we had anything to do with what happens to the young king. He will win his sword fight like always. The man lets out a deep, mean laugh. Then he adds, until Big Rob shows up at the tournament. That's right, the younger man says. The strange man with 2 different colored eyes has made sure that Big Rob's winning streak won't be broken. Ha! Broken? Laughs the bearded man. Good one. Chase doesn't move a muscle. Nothing about the knight's conversation sounds funny to him. The older knight continues. Being knight was hard work, but being rich will be easy. And all we had to do to get the money was keep that troublemaking wizard out of the way. The younger knight replies, Now no one will be able to warn the king. The 2 knights slap each other on the shoulders and clomp, clomp out of view. Chase and Ava move away from the keyhole. Ava whispers, Did he just say wizard?